Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead in name and in nature, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. So, yeah, you joined me a little bit after the end of the last episode. I continue to try and sow this field with the Great Plains, but was really struggling. So, as it happens, I needed to chat with the chap in the store. So, I had a call with him, talk about a few of the things that I was going to need to get, see what he'd got, and it just happened to mention I was having this issue of I don't have enough powerful tractors to do all of the stuff that I need to get done in short time. And he said that actually he had a really old seeder that I could buy from him, and he'd give me a good price for the one that I've got now. So I thought, actually, you know what, that would make sense. It'll actually also put a little bit of money back in the bank. So I also realised that actually I'd started to seed this with wheat, not barley as I intended. So as I've had to come up here anyway with the Deutz far, I thought, well, I'll bring the cultivator. We'll cultivate over the little bit that's already been done, which isn't very much. And then I'll swap. I'll leave the cultivator here for now. Grab the Great Plains and I'll drive that to the store. And yeah, while I'm down there, we'll sort a few things out, because I will get a little bit better price if I sell it down the store. He'll give me a good deal, so I'll take it down there, we'll get a little extra money, and pick up the new seeder. Then what I think I'll do is actually I'll ask him to deliver that, and I'll pick up some other stuff while I'm down there with the Deutz, and we can get that delivered up to the field. And I can take that up to the field that I need it at with the Deutz, and then I can get the Deutz back on ploughing. The Hurleman is continuing to harrow on our grass field for the cows on the pasture. So that's continuing, and as you can see, all this rather big field work with small machinery starting to eat into the money bit, but I don't get a lot of choice. I ummed and ahed about buying another big tractor. I was quite keen to do so, but it's money I could do without having to spend at this point in time. So after putting the guy in the store, I thought, actually, you know what, that probably makes more sense to do that. So it'll save us a bit of money for now, but get us going a bit better. And yeah, we'll give it a go. So I will get this cultivated in. I'll grab the Great Plains, and I'll meet you down at the store in a little while. Right, so here we are down at the store. I've parked the tractor over there, put the seeder over there. Oh, he said he'd give me a good price. What we're looking at, I suppose that's not bad. Customise? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay. Fine. Gone. Right. Oh, that is good actually. That's brought us back over 100 grand. So I'll have a chat about the two things then that we needed while we were here. So replacement seeder, and this is what he had in mind. He knows I don't mind older stuff, but mind buying older stuff for as long as it works. So he suggested this to me. It's actually slightly wider as well, though it doesn't fertilise, but it's only 80 horsepower. So actually, it's pretty wide, so a warning triangle is not a bad idea. Actually, before I did buy it, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, 4,700, bargain. Right, I'll ask him to deliver that, and then the other thing I wanted, which I'm going to take, is in here. So talking to George about getting his some of his trees cleared, and I'm hoping it'll generate us some money. I'm going to buy it for now, I think. Do I want to buy it or lease it? I suppose actually I'm going to have to use it an awful lot, let's face it, it's 2,560 an hour. Call it 3,000 an hour if I use it for an hour a day. That's 21 days of use, an hour a day. I'm going to lease it. Okay, let's see what we got. So yeah, so I'll ask him to deliver the cedar up to the farm. And oh my goodness me, look at this. Brilliant. I've not seen one of these for a while. Okay. Because about leasing, this is actually, I may end up doing something else. Maybe in the end I'll end up putting in a fixed installation one or something like that. So I think leasing makes sense. Also leaves us a little bit more money immediately in the bank for emergencies, which is good. Right, I'm going to take this up to, I'll have to remind myself, which was the field he said first? Field 18. Now, how do I best get there? Oh, actually it is, it's on the way back to the farm. Oh, that's alright then. That's not too far out of the way. The only thing that I'll need to bring the trailer up. But yeah, but let's go find a good place to put this. Somewhere near the edge of the field. We'll see how we get on. Right, so a few things have happened. So the wood chipper is now at field 18. I've just driven down there with the trailer with the Massey, and I'm bringing the Massey back up because in the meantime the hurleyman has finished doing the harrowing on the pasture. And I thought actually once the trailer is full of wood chip, the Massey's going to struggle, so I figured the hurleyman might be better because it's four-wheel drive. We'll see. I mean, I know that the Massey's got more power, but the hurleyman is a little bit bigger. So, but the Massey will be perfect for using this old sower, which in the meantime has been delivered. I thought we'd go and get this filled up and get this started up on field 9. And in the meantime, the Deutz file's come back, and that is now still ploughing on field. That's whoopsie, sorry, that's 28, I believe. Right? Yeah, it's still going. It's getting there. It's over halfway. But I need that Deutz file to keep going with its ploughing. So we'll quickly fill this up, and then we'll take the hurleyman over and get started clearing those fields for the farmer. There we go. You know, we could just drop the bucket off. It's confusing me for a second. I was thinking, why is there a second capacity thing? Surely this doesn't take fertilizer, but of course it doesn't. It's because we've got a bucket on the front. Ooh, that's a bit bouncy just there. Let's settle down. Okay. So I'll knit this up. I'll remember to change the there we go. Change it to barley. That would be good. Put the beacon on. Have a tractor with a beacon. Oh, not another hold up at this junction. Goodness me. I'm going to be a bit cheeky then and drive across this grass. It's not growing yet, so it's not too big a deal. There'll be a massive queue there in a minute because the cars will start coming in the direction. Oh, so busy. Nearly at the end of day one. It's been Yeah, I've got a lot done though. First day of the new year. Lots to do, lots of planning. And lots of big plans. I think we'll need to think about getting some more cows. I'm waiting for that silage to be ready so that I can do a sort of power food total mix ration, whatever you'd like to call it. That's better. No problem at all. Did you miss the edge? It's not quite straight, this field, is it? Ah, that doesn't matter. Cool. So we'll leave the worker on that. Nip back down to the farm. Pick up the Hurleman and let's go start clearing these trees for George. Well, that took a little longer than I thought. As soon as I walked away, the worker got into trouble, but you sorted out now, so hopefully he'll be alright. You need to remember to come and clear up. What sort of state is that in, actually? Come and clear up the feed areas before the end of the day. Actually, 97%. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Good. Ooh, somebody's finished. Helper O has completed their task. So that'll be the ploughing. Oh, no, he hasn't. They are a bit funny, some of these fields. Right, so before we head on over, I need this field done. It needs to be done today, because I need the doits available. Before we head over then to field 18, I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up and get the worker running again. Yeah, they're a bit funny shapes, these. It might be easier actually just to plough them out, to be fair. But hey, I may do that. I think for now, I've only got a small number of fields, I've only got small equipment. It makes more sense to keep them separate, even if it means just a little bit more work here and there. But as we start getting more fields, start getting a bit more money, so that we don't have to worry quite so much about separation of crops, then it would probably make more sense to plough them together to make the working of them easier. I'll get bigger equipment, etc, etc, but need a fair amount of cash before that can happen, so we'll manage for now. It's alright, don't mind doing a bit myself here and there. I may as well do this bottom end, otherwise I'll just have to, no, wrong button, otherwise I'll just have to do it another time anyway, so I may as well just get this done. It's only about 3 passes, and then if I get the worker back on that top path, then you think about the angle of that slope. I might need to start him in the other corner so that he works towards the bit he's done. Otherwise, as he comes down the field, there's going to be a slope away to the left, and he's going to go, oh no, nothing else, I finished. Workers don't be able to see behind them to look and see where they're done. If it's not right in front of them, they're not interested, so that's all good. Still, need to practice my ploughing technique. It's always worth doing. That's not too bad. Quite happy with that. Trying to keep a good line. When we do get some money, I've already decided what my next purchase will be, and I've been thinking about this. This needs to be a I think we need to have, oh, what's it called? I've forgotten already what they're called. So I need to have case on here to get some case tractors, perhaps some New Hollands, and absolutely some Challengers. So we'll go for the sort of US equipment. Yep, need to be thinking about that. My next purchase will undoubtedly be a New Holland T5. And there's a really good reason for that. I haven't really talked about this yet. So, first part of this week, depending on when you're watching this, I actually became a certified anyway, tractor driver. So I am now a Lantra certified tractor driver. I completed a two-day course and drove. It was actually a New Holland T4. It was New, I don't know exactly how new it was, you know, last year's number plate, but it could have been this year's model year, so it could have been the 2018 model year, I'm not sure. And it was a great piece of kit, and I mean, I quite like New Hollands anyway. It was blue, obviously. So I thought, actually, you know what, next tractor, we don't have it was a T4, did I say that? It was a T4. We don't have a T4 in-game on console. I know there are some PC mods available, but unfortunately we don't have them. So the nearest I can get, the smallest one I can get, is a T5. I also drove a T5, but the T5 that I drove was much older. So yeah, so that was kind of fun, doing it for real. Just going to make sure, actually, I can check on the map first. Is there an edge missed there? Yeah, there is. Just quite a few edges missing. The edges of these fields seem to be a bit odd, I have to say. But it's not showing as needs ploughing. It's showing as harvested, not ploughed, but it's not showing as needs ploughing. I've noticed that on the, I will just do this edge then, just to be sure. I might get around the edge of the whole field. Bunker silo is done. Right. Well, that's good to know. I'd forgotten it told you. Good. So we need to do power food then, but I'm afraid the next thing, I really want to get some wood chips sold today to try and get a good price on them, so that's got to be the next job. But yeah, so certainly could mean perhaps first thing tomorrow, probably end up being the next episode. We will do that. We'll get some food, we'll try out our new food mixer, get the cows fed, and then we'll probably get some more cows once I've done that. Once I'm happy that I can get their health levels up and get their productivity high, we'll get some more cows in as well. Just about got the money left to do that. Now what's the angle he's going to do this at? It's going to be a bit weird, isn't it? Let's try that, see how it goes. I might still need to come and redo the edge. Interesting, okay. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, T5 will be our next tractor, hopefully. Get another sort of, you know, similar power to this one. Might buy it slightly bigger so we've got a bit more beef. But it'd be good to have another tractor that can do this kind of stuff, because otherwise at the moment I'm relying on this. But I could lease it, I wondered. I'm hoping that's going to work alright actually. I think it's still going to miss bits, isn't it? Given that angle. Oh well, never mind. We can come tidy up later. Leave it going. Thank you very much, madam. Where's my Hurlem? Over there. I left it over the bunker silos, didn't I? So yeah, so we'll get some, yeah, so, but it's, oh, is it nearly 100 grand? I did have a look. When I was umming and ahhing about the Cedar, whether or not I needed another big tractor, that was one of my options. I thought about just buying another big tractor so that we'd be up to 4 tractors and I'd have 2 of reasonable power. But that would basically wipe us out. I would have to have taken a bank loan out to do it and still get all this stuff. That was, of course, before I decided, because of course I got a bit of money by changing the Cedar over, and of course I actually in the end decided to lease the wood chipper, which I think, you know, per day charge it's pretty low. So I figured, you know, I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours using a wood chipper. Whoopsie. Yeah, the per hour rate shouldn't hit us too hard, and actually we'd have to do an awful lot of hours on it to be anywhere near what it would cost to buy one. So leasing it made sense. I'm actually umming and ahhing just out of curiosity. I'm not sure I'm going to have time now on 17. It's a bit late. But what would be interesting to do, should be inside the cab really easier, would actually be to do an entire farm, let's play, what you want to call it, just leasing equipment, and actually see, you know, I'm a great one for owning stuff. I do like to own vehicles, and I'm not a big one for leasing, but, and for some reason that seems to translate to the farm as well, but it would, I'm curious to see what the price, you know, how much it would affect, you know, your ability to make money and hold on to it and invest it and all this sort of stuff in bigger and newer equipment, new fields, etc. Just by leasing rather than purchasing, because you have a lot of upfront costs. And I'm also assuming I've thought about this, if you lease equipment, does that mean you don't pay maintenance costs? Is that included in your lease charge? You kind of think it would be, logically. May not be, don't know. But yeah, I just as a thought, I might try that sometime. Maybe when 19 comes out, if the leasing works the same way, we'll try that on one of the maps. Right, so here we are at the field we want, and I never remember the guy's full name. It's George. I just know him as George. George Watson. There we go. No mission available because he wants me to do his trees. I won't drive over the field, though I know it needs ploughing. I should just be able to sneak down this edge. There you can see the trailer and the chipper ready to go. So I'll cut down a couple of trees, trim the edges, trim the afraid this bit's going to need a bit of ploughing because I had to put the trailer somewhere. I am denied about whether I need another trailer. Now I have got a hook trailer hitch on the back of this one. Chatting to the guy at the store though, I don't think it will take another one of these, so I'd need a different trailer to hook up to it, but I think it's doable. Anyway, so basically these real problems turning on these fields, getting bigger equipment in. He's mainly focused along the two long edges, so this edge and that edge over there, mainly looking at some of these trees that are really close. So there's you can sort of see there's sort of two lines. Those ones are sort of questionable, but the priority ones are these ones that are really close to the edge, which means these two for a start. So let's do this. Did that the wrong way, didn't I? Oh well. Slightly dangerous way to do it, up in the air like that. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem because the chipper's getting in the way of me locking these side branches off. That's not too bad, we can tie it up as we go. Right. I don't think it's going to take too many of these to fill up that trailer. So it's a 16,000 litre. Which is, I'm wondering if I need to get another trailer so I can do a chat to the store to figure out which ones would be compatible. I think I know, but it's worth confirming. And yeah, I can have a chat about that, but let's get this first lot done to see how much. I haven't actually counted yet how many trees I'm looking at doing around here. I'll also need a stump grinder at some point so I can take the stumps out, because otherwise they're just going to get in the way as well when he's trying to turn on this field. So yeah, want to do a good job, trying to impress the guy. He was quite pleased with all the work we did in the autumn, so right. So you should never do on a wood chipper. Stand on it while it's in operation. But hey, there you go. We are chipping. There it goes. Woohoo! Cool. Actually, it's worth hooking up the tractor, isn't it? Just so I can see. Oops, sorry. Just so I can see how much. You know, so it's pretty easy for me to check how much we're filling up the trailer. Mind you, we'll know when it's full. So. Because it will stop putting it in. I know it shouldn't have fallen this way, it's actually quite handy. Wow, that's not going to take much, is it? Oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I can't do a tree at a time... Oh, wow. Yeah, we need another trailer. Alright. Okay. Let's have a look. How much is that? That's loads. Whew. Wow, 13,000 litres already. Like 1 or 2 more chunks and that's going to be full. Okay, that's quite scary. Oh, I need to keep an eye on that corn price, don't I? I mustn't forget. Right, wood chip. 354. Okay. So we get about 5 grand a trailer load. Hey, I tell you what. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. But we definitely need another trailer. I've got my goggles on, it's alright. I'm in face mask. There we go. Nice. Brilliant. I could just take it like that. But I can't strap it on. Right, hang on, let's do this. No. There we go. And if I had the money, I'd probably get the Blacksheep Modding wood chipper, the Xylo chip, and a store. I mean, that's the way to do it. But of course, to have the money means I wouldn't be urgently selling it. And I kind of want to get the money for this. I know the price is going to go down, but I think right now, right. So the helper on that field's run out. I think right now we kind of need the cash, even if we're not getting the best rate. It's full. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I will. Well. Oh, look, that's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. This is kind of weird. I don't think it's gonna stay on, but I'm curious. We shouldn't be driving across this field. One trip's not too bad. I'm going to see if I can get this all the way to the wood cell point, and then I'll have a nice log to sell as well. It's going to be slow though. I'll see when we get there. Well, we made it. One last corner to do. I'll swing round so I've got plenty of space. I'll put the lights on because it's a bit dull driving through all that woodland. And of course there's no beacon on this tractor, so... Right, so I think... So there's the wood chip cell point, but I think the wood cell point is round the other side, which reminds me, actually, I mustn't forget as well, those logs are starting to sell nicely down at the farm shop. So must remember, need to top up the trailer with wood from with wood from our trees. How much do I get for that? 1,200 for about half a tree. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now then, how much are we going to get for this? That was a rather unorthodox way of transporting a log, but never mind. Right. It seemed to work. I'm not sure I'm going to risk it too often. I was going ever so slowly. Right, well, we'll sell this. Actually, while I'm here, I may as well go and fill up. Looks like the seed tank's empty on the Massey already. I was kind of hoping it might just be enough to do that field. So that's going to be the one downside to that seeder, but hey. Oh, we're going to make good money out of this. This is very generous of Mr. Watson to let us get the money for selling the trees, but we're doing the work, so it's good. Wowzers. 5,607. So, was it 1,200 for the tree? So that's nearly 8 grand, and we're not at a particularly high price for one tree. One tree. That's remarkable. Okay. Good. Well, good. So that's going to earn us some money. It's going to keep us solvent. I do want to think about getting another trailer though, so that each trip I make is a little more valuable. You know what I mean? So yeah, I probably want to think about that. But we've got a lot of trees to clear. I'll do as many as I can today. I may not get them all done today. That's going to be quite a lot of work. But it's reasonably quick actually, it's not too bad. Right, so let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Right, so I'll park up here. Quickly nip down, refill the seed tank in the seeder. And nip back up, take the helmet back to the field, and we'll crack on. Actually, nicely, it's nearly finished too. Good news. Right, so we're back up at field, is it 18? Yeah. So we've had a bit of a change around. I think the Hurleyman's going to struggle once these are full, but we'll give it a go. So I've sold it, I've sort of traded in the TS16? Yeah, the TS16 that I had before, and I've gone for the slightly bigger one. So that's now a 21,000 litre trailer, and I found that the Farmtech 15,000 litre trailer was the one that I could hitch up to the back of it. I ummed and ahed for a long time, but actually for getting there was another trailer I did want to try, but actually for getting maximum capacity at reasonably low price without going silly scale, these seem the best options, and I do like this Farmtech trailer. I'd quite like to get a bit more use out of it. So we are going to give this a go. So I think the Hurleyman might struggle. If it does, I'm going to make good money from doing this. So already there's some going in, a little bit left in from last time. So yeah, if it does, then maybe we'll think about that New Holland. But that's a great. I do love these. It costs a lot more to get it in blue and yellow over the red and green, but I do love it in blue and yellow. I think it looks really cool. Right, so carrying along. Now, by cutting it that way, it fell that way. But we're probably far enough away from the trailer that that doesn't matter too much this time. In the meantime, the work has finished. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? In the meantime, the work has finished on field 9. So that's now all seeded with barley, which is good. And the ploughing is continuing on field 28, so it shouldn't be too far off by now, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, and switch off, it's a bit noisy. So I think we've come to the end of an episode. I will continue with this. Let's just have a quick look actually. So that one's not so bad. These two probably want taken out. That one, that one, that one. What's that, 5? That one's a bit more on the edge. 6, definitely that one in the corner. 7, definitely that one in the corner. That one's not so bad. 8, 9, 10 possibly. 11. That one's not so bad. 12, 13. 14, 15. Yeah, I think there's a few trees here. There's even some up that edge as well, look. Oh, and they're really close to the edge of the field. Look at that. Yeah, there's a fair amount of work here. I'm not saying I'm going to get them all done today. It's 5:30, but I will see how much I can get done. Anyway, it's lovely around here, isn't it? So pretty. Yeah, we've come to the end of an episode. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet and you would like to, please do. And you know, drop me any comments, any thoughts. Share it with anyone who you think might be interested. That would be great. Say, trying to build up the channel a little bit. So yeah, otherwise I look forward to welcoming you back to South Mountain Creamery very soon. Bye bye for now.